One thing that makes America great is capitalism and free and open markets. We're in a world where people are divided more than ever. Opinions can get you canceled. Doing something that goes against the grain can potentially bring career risk. It's more important than ever to give people sovereignty, to give people freedom, and to give people privacy. Why does this matter? Well, most change in the world was done because of someone who was willing to turn left when the rest of the world was turning right. Someone has to be the contrarian. Someone has to think differently to break the mold of what is normal. And with Bitcoin and the Lightning Network, for the very first time, this is a unique time in history where a decentralized money is being made, and there are now privacy features being built in to a lot of the new protocol updates that are coming. Taproot was one of these updates, and Bolt 12, which is being built out and developed further into the Lightning Network, is adding some new optionality for users to have privacy. What's most important is on every economic transaction, there's typically money on one side. The reason we have money and the reason trade functions as efficient as it does today is due to solving for the coincidence of wants. And what does this mean? If you had apples and I had steak and we wanted to trade, I might trade you 4 or 5 steaks, and to have an equal amount of value come my way, I might need to take 150 to 200 apples. Clearly the apples are going to go bad where you might eat the steaks over 4 to 5 days. Where this is where we have money, something of universal value that can be used as an exchange mechanism to make trade more efficient. This solves for the coincidence of wants. And when it comes to money, we need to have the ability for individuals to custody their own money. If you go look on Google at countries who have gold reserves held in other nations, whenever they have tried to claim their gold back, there's been cases where the other nations who are custodying that money just says, no, we're not going to give it back to you. So this is a big problem, not only from a national level, where institutionally and government-wise it's impacting people, but on an individual level. We've seen in countries like Cyprus back in 2014 and 15, whenever debt to GDP gets so bad, where servicing the debt costs far more than the productivity of the country, families and people who have a savings in a bank account, it gets taken away from them. It's called a bail-in, where their life savings gets extracted and given to the state. And now these hardworking families, mothers and fathers and individual people, their life's work has been removed from them, all of their savings and what they use to live day to day. So why is this meaningful, and what does all of this mean? Well, capitalism and free and open markets are the most efficient way to solve problems. We've seen this most specifically recently when Mr. Beast put water wells in African countries, and he did it at a very low budget and actually frustrated not only some folks within the government but also some nonprofits. And what's interesting is the nonprofit, they spent a tremendous amount of money, and the amount of money they spend, a good portion of it actually goes to the people running it, not directly into solving these problems in these nations. But also the government got frustrated because it revealed how inefficient they are. Someone from the West can come in and just quickly find the solution, get it done, and boom, it's done in a very quick manner. So free and open markets, people, individuals, businesses, entrepreneurs solve problems far faster. But in order for entrepreneurs to solve problems in a modern day like today, where everyone is so divided, where if you think or act differently, someone's going to try to potentially hamper or hinder your career, it's important to have privacy. It's important to give users agency and freedom to do what's going to best serve those they serve or to serve those in need. And this is what Bitcoin and Lightning Network gives us: a money that can be used globally, that cannot be printed, that cannot be censored, and people can carry anywhere they want. So it's more important than ever that we have these tools that enable and empower individuals and businesses alike to make the right decisions for those whom they serve.